Alrighty, we are going live. Wait for some people to get in here. But we do have a slight SMT on the hourly. We're trying to wait for our our 950 to 1010 macro. I'm hoping it comes down, sweeps this, and then go higher. I think that's what I think we could go higher today. Also, it's Wednesday. Wednesday is the day for reversal. The news candle is this indecisive candle here. We have SMT, but like I said yesterday on the back testing, how this was SMT for like an hour yesterday, and then ES finally broke it like NQ did. But right now, ES has not broke this high. NQ has. And like I said, we have 5 minutes for our macro, so we're just gonna wait. This move right here doesn't really apply to us. So let's see if we get a liquidity sweep down here, or we tap into any of these fair value gaps. There is a breaker here and fair value gap to keep going higher, possibly. And that's all I've seen so far on the 1 hour. I didn't even look at the 4 hour chart, so let's see what the 4 hour charts show. And the 4 hour charts show that we're in that fair value gap from yesterday that I didn't think we were going to trade up to yesterday. And I'm mad at myself for not taking that trade, even though no one took the trades yesterday. It was choppy yesterday. So it's looking like we are going down, and we're already in a breaker too in the 4 hour to go lower. So I'm hoping a down day. But let's see. We already kind of got a liquidity sweep on NQ, like I said. So this is a 4 hour fair value gap, and there's one here right above the breaker too. So let's just see what it gives us. Especially if ES doesn't break this high. Let's see if we can keep going lower. We'll get down in the 1 minute at 7, not 7, for y'all it's 9. At 9:50, we'll get on the 1 minute chart or the 5 minute chart. But we can look at other time frames actually. Let's see what the 30 minute is showing us. We could even still go higher up to this fair value gap on the 1 hour chart and then go lower. We'll see what the market gives us. Yeah, I don't know. It's really been consolidating. Kind of got a liquidity sweep up here, but not on ES yet. Let's see what the 15 minute chart is showing us. Yeah, that's the 8:30 news candle. Not much yet. Well, let's mark out. Let's go on a lower time frame and mark out our 950 actually. 950, 10, and that's the macro. We do have a market structure shift to the downside on the 1 minute. We can just wait for it to take this and see if the candle closes below it to keep going lower, give us like a continuation play like it did yesterday maybe. We do have a small breaker set up here for like a lower play that tapped into a fair value gap here for something like this. But I just want to wait and see if we get like a nice big reversal or run up or something in this 20-minute time frame. You honestly can just wait for it. It already swept this side. We had news. That's the only news we have is 8:30. So we should be good. But yeah, that trade I just marked out is probably gonna play out pretty nicely. Let's see what the 5-minute. Yeah, I like that trade. It's before a macro, but we already swept liquidity here, so it's at 9:30. 9:30 liquidity market structure shift to the downside. Okay, now we're in our macro. It's 9:50 Eastern. So let's see if we get a reversal. Maybe here, sweep. Or maybe get a sweep of one of these highs first to go back lower. Something like that. That's what we want if we want it to go down. Or like another fair value gap to be made. I can turn on that indicator too. Yeah, we already kind of got an fair value gap tap. You get a little internal liquidity sweep right here. But that's just to the pullback here. And it's gonna keep going. I kind of want to get in this trade, but we'll see. We'll be patient. We will be patient. That's a nice turtle sweep if you got it up here. A little late now though, but if y'all are in this trade, it is a nice one. I mean, our 950 candles, like our entry was like down here though, so it's not a great risk reward. So we'll see. Let's get a full rundown. Let's see if we can take it down to give us a little another fair value gap to enter off of. Like maybe even enter off this one. Candle close, tap back into a fair value gap, then we'll get in some sales. This is cool. Oh, it did tap back into that gap. It's gonna react off of it. That fair value gap made right there. It's looking like it is reacting off of it pretty nicely. If y'all want to get in some sales, you can. I think I might get in some. I'm like, I'm gonna wait. Okay, we got it inverted. fair value gap. Now, after a liquidity sweep, that's a nice move. I'm gonna get in some, I don't know either though. I don't know if I like this either. Let's wait a little bit. Let's wait. Because we inverted this, but I still think this is a major liquidity point. And it's kind of a nice push off of it. So yeah, let's just wait and see how it reacts off this space, off this yellow line, like we used to do. Let's just wait. The sell to here, I mean, isn't terrible, but let's just wait. That was the fair value gap to re-enter off of, but how about doing a quick scalp? Yeah, that was a nice trade too, honestly. Something like this. I think it's gonna go past it and run down the rest of the day, honestly. Something like that. But a nice tight stop loss. Let's see if we get a reversal off this or a continuation straight through this line. Because I feel like if we break this line, we're probably going down at least to the breaker. I'm gonna raise my lot sizes up too. See if we get something nice. And it's giving us a bunch of chances to re-enter off these fair value gaps in 1 minute. So let's just see. Trading is all patience. Let's see how we react off this liquidity point, or if we keep running down some more. If you want to get in again on this fair value gap, you can as well. For another short play. Because it's reacting off this fair value gap to keep going lower to take out this sell side on the hour and this equal lows here. Told y'all, see, could have gotten in all these fair value gaps. I actually should have. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Should have got in around that one. Been done for the day. But let's see if we get a reaction. Or even not a sweep on ES. And then we'll go from there. We will go from there. Patience is a virtue. Alright, so looking close on ES. Honestly, and we could get a S&P divergence too here. This could sweep and this cannot sweep. So alright, we're almost to target for that first trade. If y'all took it up here in our macros, tap into a fair value gap, coming down to liquidity, it's trading a little sideways. Because technically still, even though these are breakup structures, these are all kind of internal liquidity sweeps too. Like it can still reverse off of these little internal ones too. So And we do have some fair value gaps that could be inverted. Some of these red ones. We're gonna get market structure shift, and then we have market structure shift above this high. Market structure shift above this high. Like I said, I think we're going down the rest of the day, so I want to see a big. I want to trade sideways up right here at this line like it did yesterday, and then we get something to continue down. Let's see, it's just a patience game. Trading is just a patience game. Let's come onto this yellow line. I honestly wish I would have took that trade right here and just leverage a little more, use more contracts for this trade. Got in at this fair value gap, stop loss below this high, and took it to the yellow line. Like I said, I like to wait for a bigger move of the day, but it's still a pretty clear move as well. I might go to the hour time frame on this one. And we do have all these gaps in the 1 hour. Like when we invert any of these, literally we can just keep going down, I think. No liquidity sweep though on that equal lows. No inverted fair value gap either. To interrupt, if you think it's gonna keep going down, I have no idea. Honestly, it's confusing, but I think so. I do think it's gonna keep going down. But I'm just waiting for a confirmation. I would like it to, you know, how we trade our reversal. I would love for it to reverse off this. But I do think we've rebalanced this move a lot. I mean, but we could go higher, so I don't mind us going higher today. And then going down tomorrow and Friday. But there's still a lot to rebalance here, and there's still a lot to rebalance here, but we still, so far, are still in an uptrend. I think we bounce at 18,866, where the discount zone is range is in with the fair value gap below that. 18,866. Okay, go lower and bounce. Yeah, I can see that too. Down here. That's what I think. I think we should run down first and go higher. Up to here. But let's say that other trade, first trade, still really didn't hit TP. So we don't have a inverted value gap yet. We do have a candle close above it, but I'm not strong on that yet. We do have a market structure shift of this one though. We did candle close above it, but no displacement, no new fair value gap. So it's still unsure. No, what you call it yet? No entries yet. Besides that one. From this. From 950, this fair value gap one, you could have got in here. Like I said, it can reverse at any moment, so I need like a strong continuation somewhere. It's looking like it wants to go up though. But it being so close to this, I don't like. That's how it was yesterday. It traded sideways, so close to this yesterday. Finally broke it, and then kept going. It went up the rest of the day yesterday. It was trading sideways, right above the liquidity point I wanted. So, who knows? Let's get some strong displacement in the direction. If this runs closes above this, leaves a fair value gap, and we invert both of these, I'd be happy for that. And I'd take that shit right back up to the other side. No liquidity sweep on ES either. We just swept the previous hourly candle on both, but we didn't sweep this news candle. We swept the news candle high though on NQ. So that was the S&T to go down. Okay, we got a green fair value gap. Nope. That just closed it. I mean, it's tiny, but it's not. When it's choppy like that, just go on the 5 minute. Because see, it could be just entering this 5 minute fair value gap to go lower. Or if it inverts the 5 minute one, we can feel a little better. There's a 15 minute one. No. I feel like my lines don't look that crooked on the lower time frame. And then the higher time frame, they look crooked as hell. I don't understand. Like, I really don't. What y'all think? Y'all think it's going higher? Think it's going lower? You think it's going to trade sideways again like yesterday? Patience, patience, patience. That's all trading is. It's patience. Okay, we're pushing. In 5 minutes, let's go back to the 1. Still kind of sideways. We did get a market structure shift, no fair value gap though. Candle closed above it. So there's that fair value gap up here, and there is that 5 minute fair value gap. Like I said, I do think we're really going to this yellow line. Another entry for a sell. That didn't stop out this original sell. It's a nice, beautiful candle. See, I almost gonna get on this one, but that would have like stopped me out. But I wanted to get in on this one. But it's still kind of, this line does look crooked. Or is my computer screen just crooked? All right, here we go. Let's see. Can we get a little something? There's a small woman in invert fair value gap, acting as resistance. Right, it's this one right here. But it lined up with a higher time frame, 5 minutes. So that's why I said I wanna do market structure shifts now too, because I've gotten faked out by invert fair value gaps. We did market structure shift, but I want a displacement. Or I like a displacement candle like this, and we inverted. That's how I got faked out last time. We made a fair value gap with a displacement. I'm like, oh, we're still going down, but then it came up and inverted that. So I like the big displacement inverted a little better. Yeah, I'm gonna break this low first, like yesterday, because until we can easily come up a little bit and then go down and break this low. Like, this is an important low right here. That's why I like, let me wait, and I want to see a nice reversal from it, or I want to see a good movement, and then we'll try to play somewhere in here, hopefully to come down. I want it for sure to come, because sometimes, you know, it can liquidity sweep trade and then go up. I want it to come down a little bit, and then hopefully we can keep taking it down if we go down. Because we're in a weird stage in the market where we could return, because we're still technically in that 4-hour fair value gap from yesterday that we hit yesterday. This fat one here, we're still in that. That's why I think we could reverse on it. And even these 4-hour candles are very short. And then we have this one here we could bounce off of. That's why it's like a weird place. We can bounce off this one, you know what I'm saying? We can bounce off so many. So honestly, we could wait on the 1 hour like we should be doing, and then wait for like an invert of this one or this one. But sometimes when they're stacked like this, I don't like that either, because it can invert this one, come into this one, and then reverse on us. Which, I mean, this is still a decent sized move, I guess, but there's so many too close together. Like if it's one nice one and then one down here to invert, that's the one I marked, just this big one, but we'll see. It's looking like even that trade I said to take down to this, it's choppy, so it's not even as nice as I thought it was gonna be. So I'm glad we didn't take it. It's like I finally get some patience, and the market now just doesn't want to do anything for me. Which that inverted value gap we called like yesterday though, we should have took that trade, y'all. Like it ran up the rest of the day. Obviously the choppiness was not like ideal, but we called that play. I called that play on live. We all was like, I don't know. And I was like, fuck. It ran the rest of the day. But again, no one took that trade. Like no one took trades yesterday. None of the gurus took it. Honest to God, okay, we're sweeping it now. I was like, okay, so we're sweeping the low here. We haven't on ES yet. So if we don't on ES, it's giving S&T to go back up. But I think ES can finally sweep it. Let's see how it reacts. Oh, we got a good reaction though off of it. I'm gonna draw this fair value gap out of it too, just to be safe, because we got a reaction, but let's watch a little more. Okay, let's go down to the 5 minute. The 5 minute is still okay. We're pushing. We're pushing now. I think we can either re-enter off this fair value gap on the 1 minute, or you can just get in some sales after this candle. Do y'all think we're gonna? Okay, so we broke it. We're about to break it on ES2. So I think it's a day we can get in and keep going lower. What y'all think? Y'all, we gonna wait the 30 seconds to be sure, or we can wait for this fair value gap entry for a better entry. You can do that as well. Okay, we got a sweep on ES on the hourly. So we're either gonna get into reversal here, we're gonna get into continuation, or we can wait for a fair value gap tap. If y'all want it, the fair value gap tap. See, or we can invert one of these to go higher. ES is looking like it wants to go higher from here. I think we want to go lower though. But let's see. Let's get some for sureness. Oops. It's hard to say. I think we're going lower though. I do. You can wait for a re-enter on a fair value gap, but I'm gonna wait and see though. I'm gonna wait and see. We're wicking on ES. We could just wait for reversal and then not trade a continuation, but I want to trade today. But waiting for the fair value gap tap. Smart. Yeah, let's wait for a tap into one of these to keep going lower, or we can wait for one of these, this one to get inverted. This one's too, this one can easily get inverted to go into this one. So let's see. It's a weird position. It is a weird position because we're right here still. We could come back and inverse and go up the rest of the day. So we want to just be patient for something for sure. We still have a wick. We have 45 minutes though for this candle to close on the hourly. So let's see what the 30-minute looks like. Let's see what the 15-minute looks like on NQ. We do have 23 seconds for this 15-minute candle to close, so. And 15 minutes for the 30-minute candle to close. We honestly can wait too, like, you know how I do reversals too? If I'm really smart, I wait for it to come back into the range. If we swept, yeah, you'll miss out on all this shit down here, but I'd rather wait for it to come above this yellow line before I look for an entry back to the other side. All right, I think we're about to get in some, oh well, we tap into this fair value gap. Can we get a reaction off of it? Can we get a reaction? ES is still trying to push a little higher. I don't know. Technically, our strategy is just the reversal. So we can invert some shit. Market structure shift is not until way up here, which is annoying. But like I said, back in the zone. So maybe we wait for this fair value gap to get inverted if we want the reversal. Or we want a nice push off of this. What is all these? Yeah, we broke it on the 5 minutes, so. Yeah, still very unsure. Like I said, higher time frame liquidity points, this can easily be still a liquidity sweep. These are just 1 minute candles. They look big and they're not like a nice turtle soupy thing like we had this morning like this. This is a real true liquidity sweep, but it still can go down. It can trade a little bit and still reverse for us. And it still counts. It'll look like it on a higher time frame like this. Okay, ES, we're wicking up real nice. Still haven't got any inverted value gaps, so. We got a nice rejection off that fair value gap. And then we have a break of structure to continue down under this low here. So maybe we can wait for that. We can wait for that. Displacement down, fair value gap, enter. That's what we can wait for if we want to go lower. So like down, up, down with the gap. With something like this at the breaker to go lower. That's what we can wait for. We'll see if we get it. Or invert it above this fair value gap until for me to enter. And I'll take change in state delivery at the body of this candle instead of actual swing high. I don't really trade change in state delivery, but since this is a fat ass move, we can wait for a candle close above this and this to be extra safe. Because I did the same thing to us yesterday. I traded sideways at our liquidity point, but then it just kept going up the rest of the day. It gave us a nice inverted back up, so. And we can also just not trade if it continues down either. We can do that as well, like we did yesterday, and only trade reversals. It's looking good on ES, it's pushing, but again, there's still 11 minutes in that candle, so. What is going on with my windows? All right, we're pushing, and we do actually kind of have a market structure shift at these swing highs. I want more displacement though, and I need this candle to close, because see, it hasn't closed above it yet. It's still like up and down. If we get a strong displacement, I might take it on this candle. If this makes a big candle, I might get in right after, but it's looking good on ES. kind of looking good on NQ. All right, we got a fair value gap made as well with displacement and a market structure shift. We could wait above this second one, but I think we should get in. What y'all think? Let's wait after this white candle, because the fair value gap won't be made till this candle closes actually, and it can eat this whole fair value gap. This is a swing high here. Okay, yeah. We'll wait for this candle. We'll wait for this candle. We won't get crazy. We do get a candle close above this fair value gap, and then we gotta tap into this bigger one, which I said it could reverse from this bigger one. That's why I said let's wait for an inverse of the big one up here. Cause see, it went up, displaced, tapped. This tap is to go lower. So if we get a nice push above this one, we're gonna go to the other side. Oh yeah, that's what I want to see. It's just a fat gap, so let's just be extra safe. Even though now our stop loss is bigger, but we did get a little fair value gap made there. So like I said, see, it's reacting off that bigger gap. So let's not. Sometimes you have to wait for extra confirmation. But that 30 what's this 30-minute ES is bullish. And then on 30 minutes on, we got a nice wick on the 30-minute, but it could also go to this fair value gap and just continue down as well. Now the hourly, we can wait for it to candle close below this, but it's still 38 minutes away. So, okay, NQ on the hour looks like it wants to, doesn't know what it wants to do yet. It did tap into, oh no, not quite. Like I said, we don't know yet. We still don't have any confirmation of lower or higher yet. Patience. On a strong candle close above this fair value gap. For me to enter, or I want a strong displacement, break of structure, fair value gap to keep going lower. If your bias is bearish to go down lower, this fair value gap type entry is not a bad entry. The choppiness though, I wouldn't enter on it, but tight stop loss above this candle. Let's see if it goes down. Like I said, we try to play the macro reversals. I think we're out of our 10-10 range anyway. We're now in the silver bullet hour. Next macro is 10:50 to 11:10. And then the silver bullet ends at 11 o'clock. So silver bullet is the time for a reversal as well. So I don't want to get in until we candle close above this fair value gap, because this is still a big fair value gap that we can go lower off of. And then I want to take it back to the other side. It might even just take it to this candle, depending on how I'm feeling. Cause I think this lines up with a 30-minute fair value gap. Let's see. Exactly. So, just in case it wants to come up here and go back lower, you want to just be safe with it. All right, if we get this candle closed, we have 5 seconds. If candle close above this. Okay, we're in buys for sure. I'm gonna go up to 5 macros too. Oh, did we candle close? I didn't get in yet because I switched my position sizing. But we did candle close above it. So I'm gonna wait for it to go higher. I did say the state change in state delivery is this pink line, so you also can wait for us to officially break that. But we do get fair value gap here, tap, fair value gap here, tap. We did break this. Swing low again. Swing high again to go higher, but like I said, it's been chopping its way up. It did chop its way up yesterday. So let's see how this candle closes. Since I'm going up in my lot size, I don't want to be in too much drawdown. This could react off this fair value gap. Maybe I'll go back down to see. It's very indecisive right now. And technically, we can invert now one of these green ones to go lower too. I don't know. It's still moving up, but it's giving very indecisive in its movement up. So we look like it could be a fair value gap tap to go higher. It could be an invert to go lower. I do not fucking know. It's being messy. The charts have been messy this morning for sure. Let's see what the 5 minute is doing. Cause see, there's a 5 minute gap here. So we should close above this 5 minute gap. So you gotta watch higher time frames too and see this 5 minute gap. Strong inverted on both the green ones. And we got 42 seconds. Glad we didn't get in that. I already would have lost that trade. On the inverted fair value gap buy. Because sometimes it's like this. I like to wait for the second candle to show like, okay, we're pushing, or now it's looking like it just tapped into this gap to go higher, the green one. See, it's like when it's a lot of gaps like this, it really can just bounce back between them because the fair value gaps work, and then it'll just ping pong between them, which is annoying. If we get a candle close below this green one, we should probably get in some sales. We do get a candle close with a big red fair value gap. But again, see how it's wicking up? It's like I don't know what it wants to do today. What it wants to do from this point. But at least now the market structure shift is for sure the swing high to go higher. There's no doubt about it now. And then we still want to break structure here to go lower. So we have to fully break, actually delete this. Because at first this was a change of state delivery. It did make us a new swing high, which is nice. To fully break this to go higher. We have a clear swing high now. This was just a big rundown with a not clear swing high way away from it. So this fair value gap, the green one that was made on the way up, seems to be holding. So I don't know, it seems like it's holding at this line too. So now I want a candle close above this for real to enter. And then I want it to go down and make us a fair value gap at this breaker would be nice. Like a unicorn setup right here would be nice to go lower. It's trading just patience. It's literally just patience. No trades taken yet. This trade I called out at 950 and 954 is a good trade. You could took that down. Our target was here though, that's why it's like it's hard here because it could just turtle soup, but it did continue lower. So you could have been holding this trade for a little bit, and it was in our macro time. I definitely should have gotten that trade. I wanted that trade. But I would love to see, yes, like something like this. Candle close above this, swing high, and we're getting in some buys. I just feel like my lines look so crooked, but they're not apparently. We're making higher highs too. If you're a trend line trader. So let's see if we can get, hey girl, what are you looking at? I'm looking at NQ, and I want to get in buys if we break above this pink line. I want to get in sells if we break below this pink line. That's what I'm looking at. It's fighting, it's trading in between. Especially because we're at a 5-minute fair value gap. So if we close above this 5-minute fair value gap, close above this, and just take it up back to this morning's liquidity point would be nice. So just waiting patiently for it to give us a direction. This is an hourly liquidity point. That's why it's chopping around it. It hasn't really gone lower yet. It hasn't really gone higher yet. I called this trade to get in here to take it to the yellow line. I didn't know it was going to go below it that low, but it is what it is. But I want to see a big push up or a big push down on either side, and we're not getting it at all. Because we do have a lot of downward movement we can go to. Five-minute is pushing. 5-minute is pushing. What does the 15-minute say? Same shit. With this. So if we go up, my target is just this fair value gap. If we go lower, my target is this fair value gap. That's why I'm like, I don't mind getting in after this candle close below this because we have a long way down. Alrighty, it's looking like we're going back down. Candle close below the trend line. Made a whole new fair value gap, a bearish one. You know what I'm saying? We're like trading in this range. That's why I'm like, it'd be nice to go. Alrighty, we're in some sells.
Order filled.
Alrighty. Now we're in some sells, y'all. That's why you don't hold on to your buy. Ooh. You can wait for the gap with a breaker. Fuck, a huge stop loss, which I do not like. And I want to take it down to this pink line, which is another breaker on a higher time frame. All right, this is what the trade is. We're in sells. Stop loss is a little big, but you can even do it just above this candle if you want. But I think we're gonna push. We're in sells. NVIDIA, I don't trade NVIDIA. I used to. All right, let's keep pushing. Pushing, 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 pushing. All right. We're pushing down, but these candles are small. I'm not liking them. I want to go. I mean, we did invert this hourly fair value gap, so I feel like I'm trying to see if there's any liquidity that we can target in between. I mean, fuck, not really. There's this one. There's some fair value gaps here, but it's choppiness. Yeah, we should at least go down to this yellow line. But I'm trying to take it to the pink. Take it down to the pink if you watch P-Valley. Alrighty. It's heading back down towards the discount range I was talking about earlier. Exactly. I agree. I'm up. My Ninja Trader lags with OBS, so right now it says I'm up 210, but I risk 5 micros. I'm up 250. I could do a stop loss at break even if I wanted to, but there's a big gap up here that we didn't tap into yet. I hope it taps this gap and keeps going lower. I'm trying to see. Let's go on some higher time frames. See, liquidity is just, there's a gap here it can bounce off of. But let's see if it inverts this, would be nice. We candle close above this on the 15-minute with 9 minutes to go. I feel like it won't reverse until this yellow line, a liquidity point to keep going higher for the rest of the day. But yeah, it could bounce off this, go to that fair value gap we have on the 1 minute, and keep going down. But it is reacting off that fair value gap really heavy. So now I'm in the negative, only $10 though. But again, there's 8 minutes to this 15-minute candle closes. Let's see what the 5 minute is. The 5 minute fair value gap right at the breaker, which is a perfect unicorn setup. So, like I said, I have to love drawdown because I don't really get in on these pullbacks anymore. Because sometimes it just doesn't tap me in, and I don't like missing out. That's how greedy I am. I'd rather get a terrible entry versus not get an entry at all. Which is terrible to say. But we hit the breaker on the 5 minute. We candle close below this fair value gap, and we're Gucci to that yellow line. Okay, I'm back in profit. Imagine it goes down to the end dog high. I mean, that would be nice. It could go, I would love for it to even go down into this fair value. I don't even know that 1 hour fair value gap. Down here under the breaker. This is the breaker I marked out on the 1 hour. As I said, there's all these 1 hour fair value gaps I'm like, it could bounce off of, which it kind of is right now. But I would love for it to break them, go just a little lower, even come to this one, and then go higher if it wants to. All right, I'm back in drawdown, pretty heavy, negative 150 after being up $300. So that might not be fun. Like I said, my stop loss is above the high of this candle. But we're still tapping into the breaker on the 1 minute. Like, this is just what you have to deal with if you get in on market structure shifts. But I did say I want a break, displacement, gap to tap into. Reacting off the gap for y'all who are getting better entries like you should in entering off the gap. We do have a nice wick there. This next candle is still blue, but should close white. See that fair value gap tap right there? Honestly, if we invert it, get back in on the buys, but I don't know. I feel like buys until we break these swing highs up here. So let's see how that plays out. That's why I don't do break even until it's like way down somewhere. If we pass this line, I'll move stop loss to break even because it's like, unless you enter, you can just stop loss to break even once you enter off this. So, we'll see. It's not looking good for our continuation play, but it's still too soon to tell. It's a fat gap around here. A fat gap. We did get some nice displacement. We do have a breaker here it could tap into right here to go lower. So I'm in this trade. This is what it did yesterday. It did continue down on us. Come on, react off this gap. And how I play trades like this, like it's still doing its thing, but once I needed to break under here so we can keep going lower. You see what I'm saying? Like technically, you know, for downtrends, you keep making lower lows. So we need to break that low we just made for me to relax a little bit. Until then, I'm not. We're still like, you know, chilling in a loss. But there is a gap here. It can reverse from. There is a breaker here. It can tap into the reverse from. But I think it just did. Technically, my stop loss should be above the swing highs, but I don't want to risk that much. Nothing from me yet. Good for you. Good for you, because we're in drawdown, but I feel like it gave a good unicorn setup on the 5 minute though. Oh, this ate that gap up, so yeah. We'll see, it might be a loss, y'all. Just looking like it might be. Yep, loss.
Order filled.
Which sucks, but like I said, we get above these. That was a $400 loss. Drawdown is not fun. How's your morning been? It's been same as yesterday, very choppy. I just took a loss, so that sucks. Yeah, drawdown is not fun. I like trades that just go and run my way. I got in a little early, but I did like that displacement. But I've noticed that in the macros, it'll make a new gap on displacement, and then invert it right after it makes it for you, like it just did here. But I said I'm not strong on us going higher until we break these swing highs. So, and like I also said that on the hourly, there's so many hour fair value gaps. So yeah, we inverted this hourly one, but there's another one here it could bounce off of. I don't like when it does that. It's okay. Part of the process. We have one more trade, so we have to make it good, and if not, we journal it and we move on. Prime example of if we just waited for the reversal, we wouldn't have cared about that continuation trade. So let's see. It's been just displacing both ways. And I kind of felt that way too. I wanted like another long candle, but it was giving a nice unicorn setup. But the 1 minute, you can't get faked out like this. It makes a bunch of market structure shifts. So you have to have a little more confluences on the 1 minute. So let's see if we invert on the 5 minute and close above this. On the 5 minute. Still waiting. If we get a strong candle close above this and invert this 5 minute fair value gap, I might risk like more, like double to make my money back and then some, which could either also blow the account, depending. Me too, man. Me too. Low key got cooked this morning. Yeah, I mean it is what it is. Prime example, like yesterday we continued, and I called the play, but it's like just stick to reversals. Just stick to reversals, and you won't even care about the loss yesterday, or don't. I don't revenge trade. I do take 2 trades. That's like my rule. 2 trades is my day. I know people say that, but no, I like to trade 2 trades a day is my trade. Yeah, you just wait for a good setup, especially because usually when you do 2 trades a day, I took 3 on Monday and made my losses back. So you just wait for a good setup. However, usually your second trade is better anyway, because you already lost, so you're extra careful. But like I said, a candle close above this high, and we invert this 5 minute fair value gap, because we had a bunch of fair value gaps on the 1 minute, but see on the 5 minute, this is the only fair value gap. So if we invert this, that is strong signs of going higher. And then yeah, if I lose that trade. But yeah, don't revenge trade, like don't double my lot size, just keep it the same, and then I just make my losses back. I'm good. It is what it is. Silver bullet hour also ends at 11. So we have 10:50 to start the macro. So I usually go to 11:10, and then 11 o'clock technically is the silver bullet hour ending though. Anyone who like doesn't take a trade if it doesn't happen in that, but I'll give it an extra 10 more minutes usually. Even though yesterday the move happened at what, like noon? I'm sure everyone on Twitter is not really trading today either. Let's see. Let's see. Already gonna be raining today. I walked to the gym and it looks like usually in Mexico like it'll be sunny for like the first half of the day, and then around like noon, around like 1 p.m. it starts to rain like crazy. But it's only 8:56. I mean 8:46 here. It's already looking like it's about to rain. I need to get my walk to the gym. And it doesn't rain. It like rains like, I don't know where y'all are from, but like Florida, where it just starts raining heavy. There's no like sprinkle. It just starts to pour and you're soaked, and then that's what happens. There's no like, oh, a little drizzle to prepare you for the rain that's about to come. None of that. So yeah, I definitely broke my rule for the continuation play and got faked out again, which tends to happen. All right, big push, maybe market structure shift. Let's let this candle close. This is a 5 minute chart, so we still have like 2 whole minutes. But it's looking like we're getting in buys to take it to the other side, which I love. I'm just going up to 1 more micro to 6. Not 2. So let's see if we get our reversal. That's what I should have been waiting for anyway. Actually, I might over leverage. This is a funded account that I'm already almost at the end of the month on, so I really don't give a shit if it's blown. I really don't. Wick, not candle close. We still have 2 minutes, which sucks. We could go down to a lower time frame and see if you want, but see the 1 minute just does fake you out. But we can see on the 1 minute. Since we already took a loss, I would rather wait for, I mean, that's still a good move on the 1 minute though. Well, I said I'm gonna wait for the 5 minute this time. Cause it's been playing with us all day. And that's why I say the liquidity sweeps on the 1 hour can be down and go up. We're still not in this trade yet, but it's looking like we're about to be in some buys. Invert this fair value gap, but I want to see The 5 minute shake some. We got a minute left on the 5 minute. Oh yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Y'all wanna get in these? We have 40 more seconds. Yeah.
Order submitted.
Did it let me in or did it say I over leveraged? It might have said I over leveraged. Funded accounts are like that. Let's see.
Order filled.
Okay, I had to go back down a lot size. It let me get in now. I was see they be calculating your drawdown on these funded accounts. Now we can take this shit all the way to the other side. This probably gave me a nasty spread though on NinjaTrader. So should have waited for just this reversal, so I will be journaling that. Should have waited for just the reversal. Where's my stop loss? Below this candle. Here's my stop loss. All right, here's our trade, our reversal trade that we should just wait for instead of me taking that first loss. I'm in it, and then obviously if I lose again, it is what it is. It's not my money. It's Top Step's money. Do you trade news? Like, I don't trade a news candle, but I trade news days. Never trade news candles. But I trade news days. I don't not trade days when there's news. Especially because news is at 8:30 and I get on the chart at almost 10 o'clock. And if it's 10 o'clock news, I try to trade after 10 o'clock. Come on. Push for us. Yeah, but trading news candles is gambling. Some people do though, but some people do like, it's not like people do them every day. They just like to full port and play with it and like kiki, but not like seriously. I hope not seriously. But I've seen people do like, they'll have like a limit order if the news candle goes below here to get sells, and if it comes above here, get buys. Like they have like a spread or like a, what do you call it when you trade options? Like a, I don't know what it's called, but it's like 2 limit orders set and it has to tap them in. It's not like they're actually just buying and selling at the news candle. A straddle, yes, a straddle, thank you. They have like a straddle, which is the only, I guess, smart way to do it. All right. Can't go too much in drawdown because that would be a liquidated day. So let's see, which is fine, like I said. This account on my funded, I'm going back to paper trading anyway, so. And it saves me $50 for the next month, so I'm like, I wish futures prop firms didn't do monthly. They charged you monthly because like people would probably trade them smarter. But that's how you do it. This guy, I joined you in that group text on Instagram. He said he's not even really profitable yet, but he has 13 Apex accounts because he full ported them. And like, that's what you should be doing, low key. Full porting them, stacking them, and then trading the smallest amount once you get them. Because they charge you $50 a month anyway. There's no point of like not trying to full port at the end of the month at least. Like trade it normal the first 2-3 weeks of the month, and then after that full port it if you have like a week left before they charge you again anyway, because it's the same price every month as it is to buy a new account. All right, my losses are now down. I was down 400 on that first trade. My losses are now down to 2 something, so let's see. Prime example of just should have fucking waited for the reversal. So I think I am. Continuation plays are just not, they're just not gonna be, I learned my lesson. I hate how they change every month. I do that, I hate how they charge every month. Yeah, same. And the rules are harder on futures prop firms. They're so stupid. Like I haven't really known peace. I actually have been like break even unprofitable since I tried to get funded. I was like trading so blissfully, trading options with my own money. But it's just like People are getting payouts on them, and obviously, if you stack them, you don't need to make a lot of money. You can make $100 a day if you have 20 accounts. That's $2,000 a day. So it's like, I see why they're there. They're trying to get you to risk better management, but it's like, and also back then I had money to lose. I don't have money to lose since I don't have a job, so I'm living off my investments. So I need to like be safe with my money. You know what I'm saying? APEC rules are crazy as fuck too. That's why they're what you call it, so cheap. Apex's accounts are so cheap because they do like that, like say it goes up here and then you sell down here, like they still charge you for how far it went up and you didn't close your trade. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? And the guy who got me in trading said they were denying his payouts. So he does not like prop firms. He said he grinded for like a month, but a lot of people say Top Step is better now. But I definitely don't trust any futures prop firms at all. This is the bottom, or this is like the middle of a 15-minute and 30-minute fair value gap. So that's kind of why it's my entry. So I hope I'm in profit at this point. If not, we can try to take it liquidity to liquidity from the morning liquidity. So we'll see. Or I can just get back my losses, you know, just be back at a 0 day. But yes, only trading reversals. No more trying to trade continuation. Even though it's like, but yesterday I called the continuation play, so it's like you either have to play them all or only play one. But I think I'm gonna only play reversals, I think. For real. I know I keep saying it and not following my rules, but I gotta just fucking do it. Cause look at this. I would have been up $150 today and not negative $150 today. And I would have been up like $250. I tried to risk more. I tried to risk like 8 to like, cause I knew this trade was gonna be better. But Top Step was like, no, bitch. Cause you're gonna draw down. You're liquidated in like 2 seconds. So could move a stop loss to break even just to not have a bigger loss. Cause I feel like at this point we're not coming back down here. But let's see. Let's break above this. Yeah, I already lost today. Might as well do a stop loss at break even. Sell stop limit 5. So I don't lose any more.
Order submitted.
And then no, that's not what I want to do. I want to move it to where I entered at. Or I could even move it in profit a little bit. Like that. So we're in profit a little bit if I get stopped out. And it wants to reverse on us. But it is a fair value gap here. I just don't like, my entry was really bad. Their spreads on NinjaTrader are not fun. Trading on Tradivate, there's like no spreads. But you can't like copy trade, you can't really bracket order, so there's a lot of pluses of NinjaTrader, but my spreads on NinjaTrader are just as bad as they were when I was trading on Tradivate or like Forex prop firms. But we're getting a push. I'm like negative 190 now for the day. So I want to push above this. Negative 210 to make back. Remember, I was negative 400. I don't put my stop loss, my trailing stop too tight, because then I hate when that happens, because we know how ICT is. It'll come down to a value gap and it'll keep going higher. I mean, it could reverse this liquidity point, but I don't think so. I think, like I said, we're at least going up to here. I would love for it to break up here. I feel better. I'm gonna just leave my stop loss where it is. It's a little bit in profit, so I won't have a negative $400 day. It'll just be whatever that is if it goes down. But we're in this trade here. If you're new joining the live, after a reversal in a 1 hour liquidity sweep, I took a loss today, so I'm trying to make them back at least, and then some. This is a 15-minute, bottom of a 15-minute fair value gap, and then it's like high on the 30-minute fair value gap. You see what I'm saying? That's why this yellow line is we're already in the 30-minute fair value gap, which is a little scary, to say the least. But I feel like on the higher time frames, it wants to fill it. And hopefully we take out the other liquidity, which would be really nice. All right, I'm only down $90. So let's see what the 5-minute has for us. Yeah, okay, I'm only down $40 now. Once we get in profit, I'm gonna move the trailing stop up, which sucks because we know how this goes, but I might move my trailing stop up now. You can never be, because we're already in that 30-minute gap. I'm only down $92 on the day. Might be 100 if we don't close a little higher. We want to keep pushing. We love a push, but yeah, keep pushing. Negative 65, negative 52. So we should be in profit by the time I hit this line. So then I'll only negative $27 now. Crazy. I was negative 400. So this would have been a $400 trade. Crazy. If I didn't take that loss this morning. We do have a lot of gaps to fill in the 5-minute, but on the 5-minute, it don't really be filling gaps like that. It'll just run. Negative $87 now. It's like up negative 20. So let's see. What are we looking like on the 1-minute? Next liquidity is the yellow line anyway. 15-minute liquidity. There's a 15-minute gap right above this. So we already candle closed above this. Next stop is yellow line. Then next liquidity is all this liquidity here. And then obviously the high we made at 9:30. But usually the macro trade is the reversal of the day. So you can hold longer. I know I sold early for that day. What was it? Monday, where I made $26. I sold early and it ran the rest of the day. But again, once I take a loss, once I'm back in profit, I don't mind. $26 is better than negative $400. You know what I'm saying? In my book. I think I'm gonna keep my trailing stop where it is. See, I had a terrible entry on Ninja Trader. Like, what is that? And like, it is a liquidity point, so it could reverse from here too. That's why it's like, it could reverse, come down, still not stop us out, put us back in drawdown, and then go higher. Like the market zigzags up and zigzags down. We made a small zigzag here, so I'm hoping it just comes into this gap and goes higher. If we invert this gap, definitely out of the trade for just, but let's go to 5 minutes. Now you just gotta watch a higher time frame for your peace of mind. And we inverted this fair value gap on the 5-minute as well. So that's strong signs of going up for me. Now I'm back down 100. Now I'm back down negative 27, negative 127, now 97. So, like I said, it's still better than $400. But I should have waited for just the reversal. I tried to take a continuation play, and it cost me. So, sticking to reversals only for real next week. And I'm really trying to get funded this month for real, because then it'll be 8 months into my trading journey. 10 months technically, but I took 2 months off. I went back to work for a month, and then I traveled for a month. So, or like I moved for a month. I wasn't really traveling, but I was moving and like doing stuff, so I couldn't really like, because I usually trade when I travel, but when I'm moving, you can't really trade. I started last October, so I'd like to be funded in under a year, honestly, but just for like myself, it's nice that people can learn how to trade in under a year. It took my friend a year and a half, but all right, I'm in profit $60 now. So we're back in profit. This is the reversal. Who is anyone else in this trade? This is the reversal I should have waited for. Yeah, it was choppy, but look, we were still in our silver bullet hour. We were still in our macros. I could even try to hold it for. I would like to scale in a trade. I'm really bad at scaling in trades. I would love to hold it for a $400 gain, which would be nice. So let's see. We should probably go to the 30-minute and see if we can invert it. That would be very beautiful. 25 minutes. Ooh, 25 minutes left in this candle. Where's the 50% of this fair value gap? All right, the 50% is here. Sorry, I'm trying. Where are you? All right, that's the 50% of the gap. So it could sell there too. If you think it's gonna reverse from here. I don't know. This could be given, accumulation and manipulation distribution for the rest of the day. It could be giving market structure shift to the downside, pull back for your entry on the 30-minute to keep going lower. All right, I'm only up $10 now, so let's maybe move my trailing stop up a little bit. Now I'm negative $2, so I'm gonna have a trailing stop, negative $22, negative $37, so it might stop me at a negative $50 day, which I'll take that. I don't give a shit.
Order filled.
All right, stopped out at a negative $118 day. Like I said, because now if I didn't have a loss, I would have held this trade. So I'm out of this trade to make my losses back and then some. There is a fair value gap here that it entered on the 1 minute, but it did create a bearish fair value gap as well. Technically, we're not in a downtrend until we might have a market structure shift here at this swing low. If I were y'all and I didn't take any other trades before that, I would stay in this trade. I would. If I didn't have a loss, like I said, I only do trailing stops when I had a loss. It does look like it's kind of reversing from here though. But again, there's so many fair value gaps it can tap into to hold out. I would have my stop loss at break even though if I was in this trade. This is my first trade of the day maybe. Or take your gains. There's nothing wrong with taking your gains. So I went from negative 430 to negative 118. So for real, stick to my rules the rest of the week and only trade reversals. Continuations, we don't give a shit. Like yesterday, none of us gave a shit. Most of us ICT traders trade reversals. Even the gurus trade reversals, and none of them took trades yesterday. So I have to be better at that as well. I did call the continuation trade yesterday though. But you should switch to Thinkorswim. Yeah, Thinkorswim is fire. If you trade options, I don't trade options anymore. But that's where my broker is with options, is Thinkorswim. So yeah, that was a good, decent trading day today. I'm not mad at it. Again, there are days where it is very confusing like this. Cause this is one of those days where on the 1 hour, let's talk about it. Even though we're gonna do it on my live stream tonight, it could easily come down, rebalance to keep going higher. We've been in an uptrend, right? But we've already rebalanced this down move, so we could easily gone up higher and gone lower. So I did not really have a bias. So, oh yeah, Thinkorswim is the best trading platform, hands down, ever. I talk about that. I've been talking about that in a group chat I'm in on Instagram. If y'all want to join it, we have a trader group chat we're like starting. So DM me if you want to join that. But the futures brokers are so shitty because ICT is always like, if you trade on your phone, like you're dumb. And I'm like, what? But now that I've switched to futures and forex, like the brokers on the mobile apps for like Ninja Trader and TraderVate suck versus like Webull, Robinhood, Thinkorswim, like the options brokers. I was trading on my phone and watching on TradingView easily. It was so good. I can set my brackets, set everything on the phone. It's exactly like the computer, but with futures and shit, it's not like the same at all. I think Webull is like Robinhood meets Thinkorswim, because Thinkorswim does look a little, robot-y, very technical, like Ninja Trader, and then I think Robinhood looks very like beginner friendly. Like I love the look of Robinhood, but I wouldn't trade on it. And I think Webull gives the best of both. Like when I see people's Webull screenshots, they look very like nice and like cute, and like how to get in trades on Webull looks very nice. Versus like when you see screenshots on Thinkorswim, it looks very like like this, like But yeah, okay, let me show y'all. I should do this on my live tonight, but now y'all see all my money that doesn't exist. But the Replicanto Trader, so you can copy trade. I'm not copy trading right now, but you can copy trade all your accounts together, and you can like all your prop firms. I only have one prop firm, and then this is my live account, and then this is the Ninja Trader Simulator account. And you can just copy trade if you want. Is it gonna go up? Is it gonna go down? This is the hour. What's the 30 minutes showing us? Yeah, I got out a little too soon, but you still have 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, this candle can close all the way down here. So if y'all are still in this trade, I would just, like I said, move stop loss to break even. Big fair value gap here to retap into. We did have some fair value gaps, and we didn't really get a market structure shift. No candle closed below it. It did wick below it though, real big, and it's going back up now. So like I said, with me, these pullbacks scare me when I've already had a loss. So I hope y'all are still in this trade though. At least, like I said, this is 50% of 30-minute fair value gap. So yeah, I think you can at least hold it to there. But I feel like hourly and 30-minute fair value gaps fully fill. They will fully fill. So I think this is almost the top of the 30-minute fair value gap. I think the 30-minute fair value gap ends like right here. So if we close above it, you know what I'm saying? But market maker models on the 1 minute. Yeah. I don't trust the market maker model as much. I do. I can see it, but there's days where it doesn't go liquidity to liquidity. There's days where it will come, retrace, and higher. Like how do you know the difference between a retracement and a market maker model? And I've noticed that real easily. I've noticed that. But I feel like, yeah, I do think we're gonna go up here. But I'm not 100% sure I just feel like because we're still in that 4-hour fair value gap from yesterday. That's what's making me like, I don't know. And we already swept the news candle high, and we now swept the news candle low. So I feel like now we're back to normal shit now. IFBC, what is that? Inverted breaker, what is that? What is IFBC? It's not raining yet, so I need to get off and go to the gym before it rains. I don't want to pay for Uber to go to the gym. This is the 30-minute of the fair value gap. I also do recaps on my lives at night, so I don't sit and wait, because I would just say that tonight, like I should have waited for this. I'll journal it. I watch the rest of the day and I'll journal what happens. But like I said, I always don't mind having trailing stops when I have a loss. That's why I'm trying to get rid of my losses. I'm more confident, because if I get in profit like this and it does reverse on me, now I have a double loss. You see what I'm saying? Versus if it goes my way and this is my only trade of the day, I would have been very happy with this trade going against me at this point. What is IFBC? Did that guy just type that and leave the chat? All right, we hit the 30-minute 50%. So, looking good. But see how candles have to play out? That's why we're talking about how it went down, stopping out, and it's like still going up. This is that 15 minutes liquidity point, and this is the 15-minute fair value gap above this yellow line here. And then this is that like 945 like liquidity pool, and then this is obviously the 930 high. So I hope y'all are still in this trade. If y'all are, I'm not. Like I said, I had a loss, so I had a trailing stop. So I got my losses down from 433 to 118. So I made a good $320 off this movement. So this is probably another $500, $600 made if you're using the same lot size, contract size I was using. But it's looking good. It's looking good on the 5-minute as well. I'll get back in that hole. Just kidding. No, no revenge trading. Because I've seen it. I took trades like this and it has reversed. But if you think we're going liquidity to liquidity, then hold it. Hold it. But we're at 30-minute here and then here. Now, once you invert that 30-minute fair value gap, which is just too much space for me to risk that. If this was a smaller fair value gap, I'd be confident in waiting for it. But see how we're kind of reacting off that 30-minute, the 50%, but we have 14 minutes for this candle to close. It's looking like it's gonna close strong, but it's just been so choppy these last few days. So, but if you're in this trade, like I said, stay in it. Move stop loss to break even. If you wanted to take your gains, you could do that. There's nothing wrong with either one of those things. Anything hypothetical is hypothetical. Like, yeah, we'll come back at the end of the day and say, yeah, it went up like it did for me on Monday. I sold here on Monday because I had a loss first. I was back in profit $26, which anything back in profit after a loss is a win. And it kept running the rest of the day, like way past this, just ran all the way. And but it doesn't matter because whatever happens after I trade is above me. But I do think if you think this, like the guy said, is a market maker buy model, then you're taking it to this liquidity point that was made before we got the market maker. So if you're in a continuation play person, which I'm not, there was some entries here you can get into, but I don't like continuation plays for shit like this because it can stop you out and still go your way. But yeah, I'm gonna get off and we'll talk about this. It's raining? It's raining or no? It's raining? No. Okay. Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna get off and go to the gym. I'll come back tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, roll back test, and we'll go over this trade and go over both of these trades first, and then we'll see how far this went after today. After the rest of the day. Okay.